Welcome to this latest edition of the Real Deal podcast, Insecure, season 5, episode 8. Choices. I almost forgot the title. Choices. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And as you can hear, I'm not alone. Tiffany, Tiffany Queen Quinn is back. She coming in from
Rush.
that stretch run, those last couple episodes.
Yeah,
Uh,
they took me out.
this is a special episode because it is the hold on here. Episode 800. All right. Of the Real Deal podcast.
Ah!
800. She tried to time it perfectly. She didn't want Sapp. She didn't want Robert Sapp to get 800.
Oh, come on.
You gotta
I
get
was
80,
supposed to have a drink and a
you gotta get
two-step ready.
you gotta get 801. So I'm gonna let Sapp know on Wednesday that
Ah,
you just missed it. You
tell
just
him he 800. Tell him he 800.
right for
Oh, I made 800. How
real.
about that?
800. What
Congratulations.
congrats.
Wow.
What are the
Amazing.
odds? What are the odds?
What are it?
I would not have thought that you would have been part of the 800.
I mean, it's only right.
Only right.
The beginning, okay?
It
The beginning of
was.
the next.
It
All
was.
right.
It was. So
How dope.
we get to this episode, and we can't talk about this episode, of course, without kind of recapping a little bit. I know I did a mini show last night,
Mhm.
last yesterday afternoon, about episode 7, um, where where the girls had their little house party in house. So, what were your overall thoughts of that episode?
Um, it's good stuff. Uh-uh. Y'all will see that? Am I right? Okay. It's winding down, right? I think the rhetoric from my friend circle, they are quite annoyed
About
with
why?
Insecure this season. I think it's because and kind of like most people, this whole limbo of Lawrence and Issa is driving everybody crazy. So, and and I think for everybody, all the characters, it feels like that. It's like we're on the edge of something, and it's like, when's it gonna happen? And now, of course, we know it's only 2 episodes left, so it's like, oh, we gotta tie up a lot of loose ends here. So, yeah, I mean, I think it was cool. I think it was cool how they created these dream sequences. So, yeah,
We'll talk, and we'll definitely talk about that.
yeah.
No, I was talking about, yeah. So they were frustrated by last episode with the in Issa's apartment. They didn't like that.
Oh my gosh, that was probably my favorite one of the season so far. But yeah, I don't. I think just overall, there's just like it's this again, this limbo, this space of limbo of what's gonna happen. We kind of already want to know what's gonna happen already.
So I said this yesterday because I did recapped it yesterday, talked about the episode yesterday. So I said that a couple of things. I said this is the first. That was the first time this season that I felt like the writers intentionally were saying goodbye with the whole with the little party they had and staying in. And
Oh yeah, yeah,
I thought that was definitely intentional, really a first intentional goodbye. And I also
yeah.
thought that that would be the last time we see all four of them together in a
Mm,
sense of happiness, like euphoria,
mm, mhm, mhm.
as a couple.
Totally,
So
totally represents some kind of transition. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And then we saw the first shoe drop with Tiffany
Mhm,
moving to Denver. Uh,
mhm.
so yeah, that was definitely a big that was a big time goodbye episode. So we get to this episode. You mentioned it. You just mentioned it. The dream sequences. Don't wake me. I'm dreaming. So Issa has a number of dream sequences during this episode. Ty Dolla Sign. We saw some Tyra Banks. We saw her.
Mhm.
Her with the dude Crenshaw, and we'll talk about that. Even though they haven't officially reconnect as far as working together. That she kind of, she kind of said she'll think about that. But in the dream, they were working together, and she has this big, nice place. She has this great job. She's in Miami now. What were your overall thoughts? What meaning did you take out these numerous dream sequences? And we're going to go and minus. We'll say hold the Lawrence for now. We'll hold on minus the Lawrence. I know that was definitely a part of part at least of one of them, but just on her career and what have you.
um, yeah, I think the dreams are, Issa's what if, like, well, if this happens, then maybe this will happen, or you know what I mean? So I think I think the dreams are just like her what if, like her thinking about, what if I go this way? What if I go that way? And of course she's presented with some career choices to make. Um, the whole Crenshaw thing, that's going over my head. I don't know if I care for his character, and I know you are a fan of Crenshaw, but I don't know if I care for his character. And I probably have to go back and watch again just to really like understand like his purpose. I get it, but it's not doing anything for me. So yeah, the dreams. I just think she's at a fork in the road with her career, and she has to just figure out, if I go this way, these are the outcomes, And I think she's also trying to affirm herself because she's trying to like see, or manifest, things that she wants to happen. And I think inside the manifestation, she's seeing other things, and like you said, we'll get to that.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think the Crenshaw. I'm fine with the Crenshaw thing because I think that's just a part of her career per se. They're using him as like that.
Mm-hmm.
That standpoint. It's not. Is I mean, it is not a necessary storyline. To your point, though, I will say
Yeah.
it's not like they brought him up a couple episodes. I knew the first episode just because of the level of actor and the popularity of the actor that there was a chance that they were going to use him multiple episodes.
Mm-hmm.
They could have just got any black man uh, to play that type of role and be out for just one episode. Um,
Mm-hmm.
like they did our guy that liked Molly. What was the dude? I forgot the dude's name. Oh, I forgot his name. He was a one and done.
Torian.
No, no,
Oh.
no, 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 no. The dude, the church dude.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't need to
I forgot.
again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, exactly. You don't even remember who he is. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah, I think I think in the last season of the series that you know I can understand where you're coming from. And they didn't have to have him in this many episodes, to be honest with
Yeah.
you. Like they could actually discuss her career and all these different choices without him per se. Yeah, I think she's going in a lot of directions. She sees a few options. Um, Molly discusses it later on in the episode, saying that everything is not just basically a black and white answer, or everything is not going to be just straightforward, direct. It's going to be some unknown, so to speak, or everything is not so much a right and wrong answer. That's what she's basically trying to say. I'm
Right.
paraphrasing what she was saying. So Issa wants that direct answer or that perfect answer to her career in life, and that's just not life.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that I mean that's just affecting everything, all aspects of her, not only her professional career but her personal life as well. And we'll certainly talk more about that moving
Mm-hmm.
forward. So yeah, dream sequences were fine. Tyra Banks appearance, Tyra
I
getting that like
I think
she don't even need that shit.
yeah, I think that's just her homage to native um native Cali and
Yeah,
is that what they
yeah,
say?
yeah. And we had speaking of that, we had some Vince Staples. Had some Vince Staples
Uh-huh.
in the soundtrack. So yeah, she
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
definitely gives California some love. Uh,
Yeah.
get to the best scenes. Kelly helps Molly set up her family's will. This was a
Mhm.
very has some comedic and drama as well. It has some
Mhm.
comedic and drama. Only Kelly has. I mean, only a scene with Kelly could have both, of course. Um, and you see that the parents have, you see that the parents. First of all, I gotta say this off the bat. Mom had a massive stroke. She should not have recovered that quickly, like that. Like mom
Yeah.
talking, he cracking jokes like, nah, B,
This is
you was on a respirator.
TV.
You were, it is TV, but damn, like you was on your life support basically a couple episodes ago. Now you up
Yeah.
and at it,
I
like
mean, I also think they've tried to establish like time in these episodes somehow, which is why those dream sequences almost seemed real for a second.
I thought
I don't know.
I watched it last night. I thought they were real. That's why I had to watch it again today.
Yeah, like they almost seem, which is great. They did really well with that. They almost seem real for a second. So I think they're trying to play around with time as well. So I'm not sure, but yeah, no, Molly's mama ain't that recovered.
No, no, but the scene itself was great because you see the anxiety of everybody. You see the kids, um, people wondering what they should get or what they're going to get. You see the parents,
Mhm.
especially the father, who is reticent about not leaving enough, and because a lot of the money had to go towards the medical bills, and of course rightfully so. Um,
Mhm.
you see Molly, they're just taking it all in. And Kelly was probably the most was now probably definitely was the most steady one in the whole process as she's trying to break down everything and trying to just give them a sense of comfort while they're going through this particular process. A very realistic, of course, and just kind of like if you're getting up there in age, even not even I ain't talking about 60, but even around our age is something that's like it's like oh that's so
Mhm.
that'll give you some thoughts in general. To be honest with you, what were your thoughts on this scene?
Um, yeah, this is never an easy conversation. So I think it was great for them to even bring light to this topic. Um, and to show like these discussions because of course you see the different approaches to this conversation and how it affects the people involved in it. Like you see Molly, of course, trying to get them to be serious and to answer questions or to be comfortable with answering certain questions. Like you said, Kelly brings the comedic relief. But then you also see Molly's brother, who's really anxious and doesn't want to talk about, have this talk. And, he's trying his best not to be around the conversation. So, and of course, you see the dad frustrated, and frustrated, and also it makes him question a lot about what he's done with I don't want to say his life, but just like his
No,
finances.
you can say his life. I
Yeah,
mean, he's
like
questioning his
yeah,
choices. Yeah,
yeah. He's
he's questioning his
questioning if
choices, his
yeah,
career.
yeah, yeah. And so it's a very tough conversation. And then of course, like that conversation is very hard because it's nothing but death looming over it. So um yeah, I mean, like I said, I appreciated that they did make this a topic and showcase the conversation because it is something that, especially in our community, that is not talked about. A lot of people don't do wills. So um, bravo to that.
Yeah, getting back and then this episode um deals with I guess I mean we were to come up with a theme on this episode it would be choices. So that I mean this was
Hmm.
the scene was paramount to that. Choices that
Yeah.
need to be made, choices that have been made. You see at the end of the scene, or maybe later on, maybe they did a scene and then came back to Molly in the car. You see her break down, so she's because she just,
Mhm.
she's, I'm sure, thinking about her own choices as far as um, her parents and what have you in terms of her maybe her probably her relationship with them, and even the, like I said, to your point, the looming, even though she doesn't know when they're gonna die, but just that whole idea of basically planning for their death is enough
Mhm.
to bring you to, I don't want to say humble you, but enough to kind of like put everything in, in perspective, and just and really ground you from that standpoint, or reality just slaps you in the face. So I thought that
Mhm.
was probably, I would say that that was the best scene in the episode. Um, well done as far as the actors, and the getting the myriad of emotions that was taking place. Um,
Mhm.
Nathan and Issa the morning after. Basically, this began the episode where they're waking up, cracking jokes. Or Issa was, kind of concerned, thinking about Tiffany and her possibility of her going, leaving, moving to Denver. Then we see Nathan
Mhm.
very comfortable, leaving things in Issa's apartment, and even suggest that they, you know, should possibly move in to save money. Then she mentions that maybe is that a little too fast, but at the same time, a few episodes ago, she was basically begging him to say "I love you," which he finally did
Mhm.
last episode. So it's kind of like that's typical Issa being just kind of all over the place from that standpoint. Um, what are your thoughts on this opening scene?
Ugh, I'm like, no. I am not Team Issa and Nathan. So either way, I'm just like, don't do it. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like there is nothing there with them for me. So and I don't know if I really feel how Nathan's I don't know if I feel how genuine he is either. So it's something very mysterious about him, and I cannot put my finger on it. So I'm not sure. But either way, I think it's a no for them moving in. I don't want them to. You know how I feel. Um, yeah.
So last episode, he finally says he comes out and says he finally tells her he loves her. Um, to your point, I haven't I haven't bought their relationship all season long, and been basically predicting that it's going to end in disaster. So I can understand where you're coming from that standpoint. But um, yeah, I didn't. Even last episode with him saying "I love you," it didn't feel like it was it like I made a comparison when you look at him and look at Nathan and Issa uh versus Lawrence and Condola. When Condola
Mhm.
tells Lawrence, you're a great father. Like Lawrence wasn't begging.
Mhm.
Lawrence, you didn't hear Lawrence complaining, not complaining or begging or asking, "Hey, what kind of father do you think I am?" That was organic. Versus Issa,
Mhm.
basically all season long, but kind of trying to prompt Nathan to tell her he loves her, and he finally caves in. I got the sense that last episode that he was just like, all right, I better tell this girl I love her.
Yeah.
It was like he
yeah.
felt like the pressure of that. So
Yeah.
we kind of in the same. We kind of agree from that standpoint. I don't know if there's anything mysterious about him. I just think that he, you know, I don't think he's like a creep or something. I just think that he uh, just is looking to. He's a people pleaser. I mean, we've been saying this all season.
Yeah.
He's a
Yeah.
people pleaser. He tries, in a sense, he tries too hard. He tries
Yeah.
too hard. So you get those type of people, and they can come off somewhat as awkward, and
Yeah. Yeah.
emotionally
Yeah.
awkward. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. It
So
just
we get.
feels weird.
He said it just feels weird.
yeah, they just don't mess for me.
So we get to the final scene. Throughout the episode, there was a few scenes. There have been a number of scenes where Issa's having these daydreams and where Lawrence is popping up,
Mhm.
at least in two or three scenes, and then at the end when everything seems to be her great between her and Nathan, he's bought her some food, some takeout. He brings it home, and we hear Lawrence's voice for the final part of the episode, says basically saying, "Are you happy?" And
Mhm.
what do you make of not only that scene, but what do you make of the Lawrence and Issa dream interactions in this episode?
It feels very Dwayne Wayne and Whitley Gilbert.
Yeah,
Like
that's a great
it,
comp. That's a great comp.
yes, it feels very much like just how they both made these mistakes, in the past, and they've grown up a little bit, and um, still that connection there. They're still connected. So, um, as of course, I mean, simply put, she's fighting it. Like we know that she's
Yes.
fighting it because
Yeah.
again, this is her conscience. This is her. Um, having these thoughts. Uh, so she's absolutely fighting it. He's avoiding it. So
But
yeah,
he's in a much better place because based on the last episode, him and Condola were bonding over Elijah. So I
yeah. I
think
mean, but sure. I don't. Yeah,
you're not
yeah.
buying that. You're not buying that
No, no,
relation.
no. I think that's fine. I think they are. I think they're totally like in a good place, which is great. But I think has he moved on? Like,
No,
no.
no, no. I agree with that. No, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But she's clearly fighting it. Um, which is one of those things where, like, yeah, it does have that the Whitley Dwayne definitely was a comparison because it was like
Yeah.
if you're old enough to remember, uh, we know that Whitley left brother from another planet, Joe Morton, uh, Senator
Yeah.
Congressman Morton. I think he was in politics for Dwayne.
Oh man.
Probably, I want to say probably the most famous episode of Different World History. That wedding
Absolutely.
that has to be number one,
Absolutely.
that without question. Even
Yeah.
I didn't see that coming, and I stood. I remember I was like, whoa,
Well,
that,
praise.
that was a great episode. But I don't think that Issa and Lawrence will end like that. I'm gonna tell you right. I'll make that prediction right now. I don't. I
I know.
don't see.
I know you keep
I,
saying it.
I
I
still don't
know.
see the happy ending. I just don't. It'll be very
Yeah.
interesting to see what they do with that. But I just don't. There's going to be a conversation. They have to have that. Like they're going to talk within these
Yeah.
last two episodes. I can see that being the very last
Oh,
episode.
totally. Yeah.
I think they're kind of
Uh,
building it up for like that, purposely building that conversation up. That final conversation between those two. I can even see that. I can even see that being the last scene of the whole series. He said,
yeah.
and
Maybe. Maybe.
having us wonder what happened. But yeah, no. Nate, I mean, we know that the Nathan thing is not. That's on borrowed time with Nathan. And
Yeah.
uh, with it only being two episodes, I wouldn't be surprised if it goes south in the next episode. To be honest with you, um,
Mm,
yeah, yeah, that's definitely that thing is definitely on borrowed time.
hmm
Who was your MVP?
Torian. Yeah, man. I'll go with that one. Yeah, yeah. Torian. You did that for me. Yeah. I
Yeah,
like
man.
Torian.
Go ahead. Yeah, I
I'm
agree.
happy for Molly.
Right. Yeah,
Hope she don't
yeah.
have it up.
Torian was definitely MVP. Molly
Come on,
obviously was
wings
having.
and wine. I love it.
Yeah, no, that's a interesting combination. Torian definitely was the MVP. First of all, um, he's been great to Molly throughout the course of the season, this particular season, especially the last three or four episodes, without even being too pushy or thirsty, seemingly. And
Yeah,
she
yeah,
and she, you know, it's hard to please Molly. We all know how hard it is to to get Molly's good graces. even through this transformation and through this, you know, just kind of like not so much new her, but just kind of like metamorphosis that she's been going through. She still got them. She still got them old Molly traits per se. Like she's still not going to.
Yeah.
She's still not going to just open up to anybody. We know this.
Yeah.
So
Totally.
this dude has come in. He's giving her some balance. It seems like, uh, and the wings and wine was just I can't that like that's one for a single man to even to file away. That you can't go wrong with that. You can't.
Yeah.
Wings and
Yeah.
wine.
No.
Like,
What'd you say? Wings and mine.
wings and wine. No, wings and wine. You can't go wrong with wings and wine. You can't. That is so. Yeah, he was the MVP. Kelly was a close second. That she was great.
Oh, please not. You love you some Kelly.
That's what Kelly. I like Kelly. I love Kelly in that scene in the Will scene.
Love you some Kelly.
I do. I do love Kelly. I do. But no, I think it was pretty clear that Torian was the um, was the MVP. I did what was I about to say? What do you think? What do you think? We have 2 episodes left, right? Two
Hmm.
episodes left. What are your thoughts on these final 2 episodes? What are some things that
I
you
don't
what are
know.
some things that you want to see? What do you have to see in these two
What
episodes
do
to make that
you
final?
know what I gotta see. But yeah, of course, Ethan and Lawrence, I need to see that conversation.
Right.
Um, because I don't think I understand what Issa wants. I know she and her
Well, she
character
doesn't understand
is.
what she wants.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And so I honestly, I don't really know how to call how this is going to end. Um, because and I would be a little disappointed if they go the whole independent woman route. You know what I mean? Like, yes, but no. Like I just feel like she has so many things she needs to close up. You know, I don't know. I don't know how this is going to end, and it kills me these 30-minute episodes. I'm just like, I want more, but I don't know. I think Molly and Torian, rooting for them. I hope that works out. Uh, what else do I need to see? I don't know. It's really the Issa and Lauren thing for me. So, um, I have no idea where this is gonna go, which is good.
Yeah. No, they've done a good job of kind of keeping everything like okay, you can guess, but like you can't get a good hold of what's popular, what's going to happen. The last episode is 40 minutes, so that's they
Oh,
getting this extra
hallelujah.
10 minutes. Yeah, getting this extra 10 minutes. I just looked that up. Uh,
Oh, wow.
the last episode is 40 minutes.
Nice.
Listen, there are things that are happening that I would not be surprised with that I'm not going to be surprised by. Like so, Tiffany's going. She's moving out.
Mm,
I'm not moving out, moving away. So that's
mm,
not a shocker from a standpoint of going in their separate directions. I made the prediction at the beginning of the season that all four of them, physically and emotionally, if not both, will go are going to go in different directions. So
mm,
we had the first ball drop, yeah, last episode with Tiffany. So now
mm-hmm.
it's like so it could be. All right, I've already said Kelly's gonna die. I've had that.
I don't
I've
think
been
that's gonna happen.
I've been on that. Okay, all right. I'm listen. There was another death. She's had death references in almost every episode. She's had some connection talking about
She
death.
has. I will give you that. She has.
So unless I just can't see them like just I don't see them just doing that for nothing. I just don't.
But this it's
But
two
I just
episodes. That's gonna take too much for them to tie that up, like bounce back from that. You know what I mean?
yeah. Well, okay. All right.
Yeah, yeah. I was just
I'm going to
saying.
stick
I
with that.
think it's gonna be a
I'm
reach.
going. I'm going to stick with that prediction. Um, I did say the one person Molly. I could Molly's going to be happy with Torian. That's going to like I believe that's going to happen. And who the hell again? Who the hell knows what's happening with Issa? That's the one.
Uh-huh.
That is the $64,000 question. Who like we don't I
Yeah.
don't just don't know. I just don't know. I don't think again. I just don't see the Lawrence Issa reunion per se. Or they go off in the sunset. I just think that would be it'd be
No,
corny. It'd be
it,
corny. It'd be corny. No, it'd be corny. It'd be corny. You would love it personally, but it would
love it.
from a I gotta be.
Dwayne and Whitley. I'm telling you.
I would find it corny myself. I would not want it. I wouldn't want to
I
see that.
love it.
But you would, yeah, you would absolutely. That would be a big payoff for you.
Absolutely.
Um, yeah, yeah. But again, we just had 2 episodes left. Looking forward to them. And the last episode is the day after Christmas, which is wild.
Is it?
26, yeah, it
It's
is.
not gonna be canceled that not canceled. It's not it's gonna happen that weekend?
No, it's definitely happening that weekend. The last 2 episodes, the 19th and the 26th. Yeah, no, they not doing. Uh,
Okay.
yeah, they going
You know
straight.
how sometimes like
Yeah, no, Power
shows
does this
get,
all the
you
time. Yeah,
know.
Power would take a week off or
Right, right,
yeah, they are the shy. These other shows do this all the time, but nah, HBO is like nah.
right.
HBO is like we gotta get.
Hmm.
Well, HBO has a million other
Get her
shows.
done.
So yeah,
Yeah.
they're gonna be 26 is gonna be it. Plus you don't want and plus even you don't want that to carry into next year. That's like after the new year. So I can understand.
You don't want it to carry. I
Yeah,
love it.
yeah, they don't want that.
Yeah.
People have to like all right 2 weeks in between. People will still watch, but I guess
Yeah.
they want to build upon that momentum. Because there's going to be definitely a lot after this episode next week going to that that series finale. And they're going to do a lot of
Hmm.
stuff. I mean, that build up is going to be ridiculous. So definitely looking forward to this next episode because I could see something dramatic happening this next episode that a lot of times in these series, and not so much with the series finales, but even season finales, the best episode is the second to last episode a lot of times.
Second to last.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Those
Hmm.
episodes a lot of times can be the best episodes in each series. So definitely looking forward to it. Welcome back. Welcome back to
Ah, I'm
you know
back.
to
Happy 800.
yes, happy 800. Thanks to everybody out there who supported the podcast over the past 14 years. Um,
14 years? Is it 14 years?
yeah, I was in my
No way.
it is. I was in my 20s when this podcast started.
Man,
20s. Think about that for a
that is
second.
awesome.
I was
Yeah.
in my
I
late.
know. I've been there with you.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, you was
Listening to these conversations. Finally
yes,
made
you
it.
yeah, you had
Finally
yeah,
made it.
you have been listening. So
Hearing
sometimes
these
you didn't want to.
conversations.
There were times where you didn't want to. But
Sometimes I didn't want
these
to.
marathons,
Okay.
these marathon conversations.
Okay.
So you have been there.
That's
You've been
it.
there. OD faithful. Um, I will see you. We'll see you next week. See you next week. And
Winding it down.
we just 2 episodes. I can't believe there's only 2 episodes left. Can't.
Crazy.
It's crazy. 5 years, 2 episodes. We're
Yep.
gonna do it. We're gonna do it though. We're gonna do it though. We're gonna do it though. It's gonna
Do it up big.
we're gonna finish it strong.
Then we
All
gotta
right.
start our new show. So
What happened?
we gotta start our new show when it comes out.
What's the new show? What's it? What you talking
Remember
about?
our
What
new
new show?
show
Oh, Power. You ain't.
called
Oh,
Rap Shit? Oh, Issa's new show. She got a new show coming out.
oh yeah. I heard. I vaguely heard about that, but yeah,
Yeah.
she got so much going on. I can't keep it all her.
I
she had a
know. Yeah.
show. She had a show about L.A. Some 20-year-olds in L.A. that came
Oh
out.
yeah. Yeah.
I heard about that. So yep, yeah, she gonna be
Okay.
she is at the peak of her powers right now, no question, doing her thing,
Oh,
and I don't. Again, this is once. But this, I mean, this type of show, I will not hold her to expectations of this show though. 'Cause these, I mean, you don't make, you're not going. It's hard to follow a show like this, and like it's just
Mhm.
you look at showrunners like the showrunners haven't followed great shows like The Wire, Breaking Bad, shows
Yeah.
like that. I'm not putting the show on that level, but you know, normally when you get one like Courtney Kemp doing Power, even these spinoffs are not the original Power. So you know,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
there's still people still watching them. I'm watching them, so listen, it'd be very interesting to see her career post Insecure. And I really would like to see her more acting things. I think she's underrated actress. To be honest.
Yeah.
So plenty of time to talk
Yeah.
about that. Uh, we will see you next time. Thank you, Queen Quinn,
For sure.
and I will see my audience for 8:01 on Wednesday with the NFL wrap up. Have a great rest of your evening. So long.